You know what happens to wizards who fail their exams, don't you, Majeika? They're banished to Britland to become teachers. Goodbye, Majeika. You're looking somewhat forlorn, Majeika.
Yes, I suppose I am rather, aren't I, sir?
Not lost tonight's homework again, have you?
Oh, no, sir. But I have, if you like.
Yes?
Suffered a different kind of loss.
Oh, really, Majeika? Do tell.
Well, it all began at the school today. Come in.
Can I see you for a moment, sir?
Well, of course, Thomas.
So there was something up with one of your rattling Britlanders, eh, Majeika?
Yes, sir, I'm afraid there was. Thomas, you say that you're...
Having to leave you, sir.
leave
Yes, you
class 3?
and St. Barty's and much Barty, sir.
Leave us completely, Thomas.
My parents want me to join them in Africa, sir.
And you want to be reunited with them, don't you, Thomas?
Yes, but at the same time, I don't want to leave you. Leave you and Melanie.
Oh, yes. And Mr. Potter? And all of your friends?
Or some of my friends. See what I mean, sir? That's what I really miss, sir.
Ah, I know, Thomas, I know.
Goodbye, old tuck box. You will look after Melanie, won't you, sir?
I certainly will, Thomas.
And keep an eye on Hamish.
Naturally, Thomas.
Come along, Hamish. You want to say goodbye to Thomas Gray, don't you?
Can I have the remains of his tugbox, sir?
No, you cannot, Hamish.
Come back! Oh.
So now, after that unbelievably moving rendition of Wish Me Luck as you wave me goodbye, it's time for us all to say our goodbyes to Thomas Plantagenet Serlo Gray, who has been a part of our life at St. Barty's ever since he joined Miss Jelly's painting and plasticine class at the age of 3. Thomas, on behalf of all your friends, I'd like to take this opportunity of presenting you with a little keepsake, which we hope you will treasure as we will treasure our memories of you.
Thank you, sir. It's a school photograph, everyone.
Take it with you, Thomas. And whenever you look at it, remember us.
I will, Mr. Potter. But you're not in the photograph, sir.
I know, Thomas. Unfortunately, Walpurgians don't show up on Britland photographs, Thomas. That's why I decided to get you a little something of my own.
Oh, sir.
Not to be opened till you're out of Britland, though, Thomas.
Understood, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Thomas. Goodbye, Melanie.
I'm sure Thomas would like me to have the remains of his tug box, sir.
Hello, Independent Schools Association? Headmaster St. Barty's here. Yes. Unexpected fee-paying place suddenly available.
It just won't be the same without him, sir.
I know, Melanie. I know.
We'll never have a friend like Thomas, sir.
Well, perhaps one day we might.
Ah, there you are, Majeika.
Oh, Mr. Potter.
You'll never guess what, Majeika?
What, Mr. Potter?
We've found a replacement for Thomas.
Already, Mr. Potter? But surely nobody could replace Thomas Gray, Mr. Potter.
Oh, I think this one can. It's a prince, Majeika.
A prince, Mr. Potter?
A member of royalty, Punjabi royalty from the exotic East.
Do you hear that, Hamish? There's going to be a new boy here, even richer than you.
Of course, he'll have to have the biggest desk.
Oh, naturally.
Oi, what are you doing with my desk? I always have the biggest desk.
Not anymore, you don't, Hamish. This one is earmarked for His Royal Highness.
And what about me?
Why don't you have...
Thomas Gray's little desk.
Ah, there's just one slight problem, Majeika,
Yes, Mr. Potter?
regarding His Highness's tuck box.
Yes.
I've had advance notification that His Highness is deeply allergic to chocolate, Majeika.
Chocolate?
Yes, and under no circumstance must he be offered any.
Oh, understood, sir.
So nice to see you looking a happy boy for a change, Amy. Is it because you're so looking forward to the new prince arriving today, eh?
Yes, Mummy.
And have you got something special planned to welcome him today, Hamish?
I certainly have, Mummy.
Now be a good boy, Hamish.
Red carpet, Majeika.
Oh, very nice, sir. For your hall, is it, Mr. Potter?
Oh, for the prince, Majeika.
Oh, I didn't think he was flying in by carpet, Mr. Potter.
He isn't, Majeika. We simply roll out the carpet to greet the train when there's royalty aboard.
Indian Prince, Bambati School.
Yes.
Advanced welcoming party, Your Majesty.
Here, mate. What's your game?
Pupillus Emeritus Bigmore, Your Majesty. But you can call me Hamish.
Prince Samir Chandler Silent Singh. But you can call me Your Majesty.
Why, Mr. Potter, whatever's the matter?
I've lost a child, Mrs. Prescott.
Another one? But we've only just lost Thomas Gray, Mr. Potter. We can't afford to lose another one.
Exactly. The prince has gone, Majeika. A pearl of a prince, a priceless prince. A prince whose parents were prepared to pay a huge sum towards school expenses. And now he's gone, Majeika.
Gone, Mr. Potter.
According to a waiter, hijacked from a first-class compartment.
This way, Your Majesty.
Shouldn't you call the police, Mr. Potter?
And admit we've lost a member of royalty, Bunty?
Not we, Mr. Potter. You.
Cherry tree tea is much party.
Thought you might be tired after your long journey, Your Majesty, and in need of a little light refreshment.
Thoughtful of you, Bigmore.
Think nothing of it, Your Majesty.
A matter of urgency, you say, Mr. Potter? Just a missing pupil, eh? A missing pupil? What happens to be a member of royalty, Mr. Potter? Say no more, sir. Just leave it to me and the massed rank of the Bartyshire Police.
What mess rank, Sarge?
What, you and me, of course, Clutley.
Possibly have taken such a boy from the train, Mr. Potter.
Who indeed, Bunty? I mean, the only people in the county who knew he was coming were me.
And Class 3, Mr. Potter.
This could be the big time for us, Clutley.
Could it really, Sarge?
And who are we looking for?
Hey, Prince Sarge.
Good boy. A prince clad in.
Jewels, any funny hat, Sarge?
That's right. Should be fairly easy to spot.
Even for you, Pluckley.
Come along, come along. His Majesty and I don't care to be kept waiting. Now, His Majesty and I would like 12 chocky eclairs, and then lots of chocky Black Forest Gâteau, and your entire selection of chocky fudge cakes. And to wash that lot down, 6 chocky milkshakes.
Yeah, and?
And hurry!
Oh, yes.
Now, let me get this straight, Mr. Potter. On arriving back at school, you've now discovered what?
We've mislaid yet another fee-paying pupil, Sergeant.
Not one of your top milk monitors, Mr. Potter.
No, one of our lesser lumini.
Not Hamish Bigmore. Well, Pluckley.
Well, Sergeant.
This thing could be contagious.
Contagious? What does that mean, Sarge?
First, one small boy goes missing, then another. Before you know it, we could have an epidemic of small boys going missing. Sugar?
Yes, Sarge.
Good boy.
Generous of you, Bigmore.
Think nothing of it, Your Majesty.
And what do you call this English ritual, Bigmore?
Just my chocolate, Your Majesty.
To begin then, the scene of the crime.
Cup of Barty Rail tea, Sarge?
I'd rather not, if you don't mind, Pluckley.
Ease up, Your Majesty.
More chocolate fudge cake, Hamish?
Oh, why not, eh?
Any sign of any dabs, Pluckley?
Hundreds of them, Sarge.
And one for you.
Thank you.
Any sign of a struggle, Pluckley?
Only with a Barty Rail meat pie, Sarge.
Another slice, Hamish?
You're sure I'm not depriving you, Your Majesty?
No coded messages? No ransom demands? Not a jewel or two from his funny hat, Pluckley?
Nothing, Sarge.
More chocky ghetto, Hamish? Go on, force yourself.
Any news yet, Mr. Potter?
No news yet, Majeika. Except that Mrs. Pamela Bigmore has now been informed.
My baby! Where is my baby? Oh, Hamish! Isn't there even any trace of him, Mr. Potter?
Only his satchel, Mrs. Bigmore, containing his last night's homework, incorrectly done.
Oh! You see, you've really got to do something now, sir.
Spells. Spells.
You'll have to do better than that, sir.
Oh, well done, Your Majesty. You've even licked the plate clean. Can't say I've ever seen chocolate disappear that quick.
Neither can I.
I'm getting the distinct flavour of chocolate gâteau, Melanie.
From the cherry tree tea rooms, much Barty. But who would want to kidnap the prince and give him deadly chocolate, Mr. Majeika?
Who, indeed?
So, where do we go from here, Sarge?
The cherry tree tea room's much party. At least we get a decent cuppa there.
There. Well, Mr. Majeika?
We believe we now know where His Highness is, Mr. Potter.
And my baby?
Him too, Mrs. Bigmore.
Oh!
If only we had something more to go on, Pluckley. More than that one of them's wearing a funny hat, and the other's a horrible little Herbert known to us all as...
Hamish Bigmore, Sergeant.
Exactly.
There you are! Oh, what is it, baby?
Do you think I'll get a strike for solving this one,
Oh,
sir?
Amy, my
I wouldn't
baby.
bank on it, Pluckley.
Prince Samir Chandra Saran Singh? Dudley Cicero Potter, DFC, TCP, MCC, and...
Miss Melanie Brace-Girdle.
Pleased to meet you, Melanie.
And this is your teacher.
Mr. Majeika.
It was incredible. They disappeared in a puff of smoke.
Really?
You know, Melanie, the last time I saw something like that happen was on the banks of the Ganges.
You mean you've seen it happen before?
Oh, yes. My father, the Maharaja, always had mystic men at his palace.
And were they magical?
I'll say they were, especially my favourite teacher, Fakir Saffron Puna.
Not Puna of the Punjab, but I went to school with Saffron Puna.
Then you must be Walpurgian.
Do you know about Walpurgians, Your Highness?
Of course. All students of the Mystic East learn about Walpurgis, Melanie. So, if you're Walpurgian and you're teaching in much Barty, you must be...
A failed wizard of the 3rd class removed, Your Highness.
You know, I really think I'm going to like it here, Melanie.
I hope so, Your Highness.
So do I, Samari. Samari. Samurai, isn't it?
Samir Chandra Salan Singh. But you can call me Sam.
So your new friend arrived safely, eh, Majeika?
Oh, indeed he has, sir.
And settled in well?
Extremely well.
And what about your other little brattling friend?
Ah, Thomas Gray. Safe journey, Thomas.